Now, y'all, I know I was supposed to do this at 8 o'clock this morning, but your girl is tired and I had a whole lot of stuff going on. I ain't even gonna play the intro. That's how quick this video gonna be. I just want to say this, okay? Y'all know the thumbnail. This is about this whole Lexi, Nell, and Chris Fletcher stuff, okay? I'm gonna start off by saying this. Who cares? It's been 30 years. We don't care. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Unless the mama and Lexi and the stepdaddy and Chris and Nell and the Cheerins is gonna come on the show and talk about it, I don't give a damn. I don't. Like, why are we over here festering over something that happened 30 years ago? Let me tell you this. This is all just to further implicate all this stuff that's going on with Martel. Now, that has happened in the more recent future. This is all child. If you don't like Miss Nail, just say that. But this whole brigade of trying to call Nell a side chick and this, that, and the third, it's too much. It's annoying. Yeah, I don't want to see no more about Lexi because here's the thing, okay? And this is just all of it in a nutshell, for real. Lexi, you have talked about your mother's marriage to your father more than your father being your father. That's what you need to worry about, sis. It doesn't, you are not you should not be involved in what their marriage coulda, shoulda, woulda been. We don't know that. None of us were there 30 years ago. We don't know what the hell happened with Nell and Chris. We don't know if there was a huge gap and it took forever for them to get divorced because Chris was deployed. We don't know that. So a lot of people are sitting on the internet doing all these videos talking about, and again, let me preface this by saying everybody is allowed to have their own opinion about what information they have received about the situation. But again, none of us were there. We don't know what happened. Even Lexi's mama was defending Miss Nell. Y'all going around there to, giving you the real tea and watch the interview that Lexi did, okay, with him. She was even defending some of the stuff, saying that Lexi was wrong. She was like, no, that ain't how it happened, Lexi. That wasn't right. That there wasn't right. I ain't said that now. But I'm like, the mother been so busy confiding in her child as her little friend all this time that now she done got just as pissed off with Chris as you are. Or were. Because again, I don't know. I don't know how this woman feels. Ain't nobody interviewed her. She ain't been on the show to tell her side. So I'm here to tell y'all, for me, in my opinion, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. These two have been married for 30 years at this point this year. Okay? Chris done cheated apparently on the previous wife, and Miss Nell. But Miss Nell is the one that decided to stay and withstand the test of time with this man. Apparently, homegirl that he was married to before did not decide to do that. She left. And y'all keep forgetting that this lady has a husband. She's not she's not lonely and destitute, okay? The lady has a man. And apparently she got this man not long after they so-called were separated, allegedly. So I don't understand. Listen, I get it. Everybody been cheated on, and that don't make it right for people to be out here cheating. But if you think I'm about to sit up here and analyze 30 years ago, if I coulda, shoulda, woulda, if somebody hadn't have met Miss Nell, if they would have still been married, you got the game fucked up. Because there ain't no, I don't give a damn. These two are together. They seem to be happy to be together. Let's just go with what we see now. Okay? Let's do that. Because if we going back and making assumptions, that's just making an ass out of all of us. Okay? So let's look at these comments. Okay? I'm gonna take myself off camera so y'all can see. So Kayla, Chris and Nell's daughter, posted in a Facebook group, okay? Too early for this BS. I'm quiet about a lot, but be for real. When my parents met, Lexi, dad's daughter, and Lance, mom's son, were 6 months, still are, apart at the time Lexi and Lance were only a little over 1 year of age. My mom, not knowing my dad was married after him pursuing or pursing, child, that's what she said. Now, that's not what she meant, I don't think. Him pursuing her when she found out they separated until Lexi mom and my dad were divorced. A couple years later, July 27th, 1994, my parents were married. Yes, my mom was pregnant with Chris, which she never stated she wasn't. Chris was born November 2nd, 1994. So why would you think she meant that when right after she said Chris Jr. is a reminder of how long we've been married? Okay. So why did I screenshot that? Who cares? Okay. Here we go. Here go Lexi. I was present, but I was a child. It's not my fight. You could have fooled me, sis, because you on the internet fighting every day for this marriage that never happened. But I love my mom fiercely and will always come to her defense. But what I repeated came directly from my mom and public record. LOL. Timeline. Chris and Cornelia, my mother. Divorce was finalized 4/19/1994. Chris and Lernell were married in July of 1994. Chris Jr. was born 11/2/1994. Pregnancy is 40 weeks. I should know. LOL. 40 weeks before 11/2/1994 was January 26th, 1994. Okay. So let me say this. Okay. I'm going to come back on camera. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit, Lexi? Seriously, I want to know who gives, like, girl, we don't hear you posting about, oh, my dad doesn't reach out to me. Oh, my dad gave up on me. Oh, I didn't have this, I wish I had this relationship with my father and he's not responding. You're talking about a marriage from 55,000 years ago that didn't work. Mind you, you giving all these dates or whatever, but did you give the dates of when your parents were separated? How long? How long, Tommy? How long, Lexi, since you know everything, were they separated? What took them so long to get a divorce, which took 3 years? Okay. Why did it take them so long to get a divorce when both of them seemingly have moved on? Why did they get a divorce? Okay. These are all things that are missing from people's mindsets before they jump out here and just make a whole soliloquy about Miss Nell and what they think she was thinking and how she was just over here like a criminal in the night to steal a nigga dick. Want to steal somebody's husband. What a damn husband stealer she was. Child, booing by to that. I don't give a damn. Mind you, again, if y'all are not willing to come on here and expand upon this whole story and everybody tell the damn truth, then who gives a shit? Let's move on to the real damn storylines on the show, which at this point, from what I done seen from some other bloggers, the shit is tanking. And this story right here ain't gonna be the one to save it. Okay? Lexi, worry about you and your father's relationship, not you and your father and your mother's marriage. Okay. My thing is, who's to say that they would have stayed married? Who's to say that? That was muted. Y'all didn't hear me. I ran in the house. Um, and my throat is dry, but I wanted to hurry up and get this video out because I said I was gonna do it at 8 o'clock this morning. I meant to say 8 p.m. But moving on. Lexi, unless you telling me that I feel like if my parents had stayed together, my father would have been a better dad to me. Say that. But what makes you think that if your parents had stayed together, that you and your father would have a better relationship? Again, your parents' marriage has absolutely nothing to do with Chris's fathering of you. Okay? Y'all need to go to therapy and you need to talk to your dad and figure out how y'all can come back together in a way that makes sense. Okay? Y'all talking about, oh, Chris was they got married because she got pregnant with Chris. Okay, how long were they dating before little Chris was born? How long were they dating before then? Again, how long were your parents separated? What made them not sign the papers so long? What took them so long to sign the divorce papers? Let's figure all of that out before y'all sit up here and just say make these accusations that Miss Nell was, yeah, she did that shit. She a side chick. You know, we all mad at Gator Mouth, so now everybody a side chick. No, the lady said, listen, I found out he was married. I stopped messing with him until I knew that their marriage was done. So guess what? If he wanted to come back and get her, y'all trying to, so in the, she says, okay, well, that can't be true because you must have been pregnant in January. Their marriage wasn't over till whatever after January, and y'all got married and you was pregnant. Okay, cool. Let's say they did was messing around or whatever. Maybe she got to know your mama and realized this lady ain't checking for him or tricking off of him. So, girl, I'm gonna go on and be with my man, child. She got another man. Because again, y'all are missing the fact that this lady had another man. Hello? Mind your business. That's all. Mind your business. Okay? Listen, Chris and his traveling dick was out here dicking and doing him. Okay? Period. Just because we don't like Martel, that doesn't mean that now we look for another partner in crime with him. And mind you, everybody is getting on Miss Nell, calling her a side chick. Y'all ain't doing no videos on Chris and his years of cheating. Y'all ain't doing that or talking about that in the comments. But yet we jumped at the chance to jump down a woman's throat. Let me tell you something. A man that don't want to get got ain't gonna get got. Period. Okay. And that's just the reality of it all. Now, women, should we be out here approaching other women's men? No, the hell we shouldn't. Should you be sleeping with somebody's man? No, the hell you shouldn't. And you know good and damn well you shouldn't be sleeping with nobody's man. But at the end of the day, I'm not about to be over here playing goddamn, getting in my mystery van, playing sleuth over something that happened 30 fucking years ago. Cry me a river, dick face. Your husband is gone. You got a new one. Next. Lexi, you need to be worried about, you need to be talking about, you're going to be out here in the public. Let me be honest with you, sis, and this is just in my opinion. You need to be talking about you and your father's relationship, your father being a grandfather. I don't want to hear no more shit about this fucking car. I don't want to hear shit about your mama and his divorce. That don't have shit to do with him being a dad to you and y'all relationship. Nothing to do with it. You ain't fucking your father, sis. Okay? So you don't need to know, you don't need to be worrying about where the fuck his dick been. All you need to be worried about is y'all relationship. That's it. That's it. And you said in your interview that you don't want to be on the show. You don't want to come near the show. Okay, well, stop talking about this shit. Y'all need to solve that shit within your family. Because this is dumb. Every time I see somebody say, and now you just need to admit that you was a side chick and you was this and Kimmy was a side chick too because Maurice wasn't divorced from Kiowa and da-da-da-da-da. Kiowa had a whole husband coming on the damn show. At least with Kiowa, she came on the show to give her grievances. Y'all ain't on the show talking about the shit. Y'all on people's on YouTubers channels doing interviews about some shit and getting mad when people come out and tell their truth. If you want to hop your ass on somebody's channel and give your truth, then you got to deal with what other people perceive to be as their truth. And the two truths always end up somebody lying. Okay? Period. Unless all of y'all gonna get on this show and talk about it together and come out with the truth, I don't give a damn. I don't care. This is fucking 30 years ago. This shit ain't even 3 years ago. This shit is 30 fucking years ago, my G. Move on. All of them have. So why are we reigniting some old bullshit? I don't even think they remember the price of eggs 30 years ago. More or less, what the fuck? All of this shit. Lexi, I get it. And I don't wish this on anybody. Lord, I pray my marriage lasts forever, okay? And my son don't have to be, trotted around between both parents. I didn't have to deal with that growing up. My parents are still married, bickering and all, still together, okay? Me and my two brothers, we didn't have to be traipsed back and forth between each parent. We were blessed in that way. But what I'm not about to do is go back 30 years ago and figure out what the fuck my father done did to my mama. I know my dad as my dad. It's not my business what he was as a husband, because that's not the relationship I have with him. That type of relationship doesn't concern me. Okay? It's a lot of men out here that aren't good husbands, but they're good fathers. Martel, you ain't neither. Okay, since everybody want to compare the situation to you and Mel, you are a trash ass husband and you is a trash dad, because ain't no way that I'm gonna be taking my ex-wife to court trying to take the kids away from her for some bullshit. That's not being a good father. That's being spiteful. That's altering your kids' lives for no reason. I can see if Mel was over there being a good for nothing mother and you as a dad were doing what you needed to do. But you're not. It's good dudes out here. Let me tell you something. It's some crazy ass females out here too. I'll tell y'all the story about one of my friends. One of my friends, he is an amazing father. Amazing father. His daughter is probably 14 now. But when she was little, he did his ex, because he didn't want to be with her anymore. She left Maryland and went to Georgia and took his kid. So he filed for joint custody, but they wouldn't make her move back to Maryland or make it reasonable. So guess what he did? He got on a plane. They said every other week, y'all can have the kids. Y'all work it out. He got on an airplane. He let his house go because he couldn't afford his mortgage in addition to the airline tickets. He let his house go. And guess who was on a plane every week, flying down to Atlanta to get his daughter and coming back to Maryland and parenting her for a week and then taking her back? My friend. Because he's a good father. Had her in private school and everything. He sacrificed and moved in with his mother so that he could afford that. Then the mother, she got so spiteful, she ended up moving back. That trifling bitch moved back to Maryland. But she would drive back to Georgia once a week just to make him have to pay for a flight to come down and making him think she still lived there. But God don't like ugly. Now he got full custody of his daughter because she kept doing crazy shit. See, this is what I'm saying. Women do crazy shit too. Okay? But through it all, his focus was his child. Is his daughter now talking about some, well, if my parents had a stayed together? No! She loved her daddy. And she loved her mama. Their relationship or what didn't come of it didn't have anything to do with her. Okay? That's y'all, I gave y'all that story just to give an example of, if you want to be a good parent, you can damn sure be a good parent. You can. You got to do the work. You have to stand the test of time for your children. When the BS overpowers the love of your child, then you got a fucking problem. Seriously. I don't know if the love of Lexi overpowered Chris's out here slinging his dick. That could have been the problem. Who knows? Again, we're all speculating. That's alleged. I don't know what that man was out here doing. I don't know what he did to try to be a good father. But I won't know because we ain't talking about it. We too busy talking about, well, Chris and then my mama and da, da, da. Girl, bye. Bye. Talk about your daddy. Stop talking about Miss Nell. Talk about how if you want to have a relationship with your father, hell, if you don't want to have a relationship with him, talk about that too. Or don't talk at all. Just be quiet. You said you wasn't going to talk about it no more. But here you go, posting in the comments. Shout out to Giving You the Real Tea because he got this interview and she went over there posting in his comments about all of this. The bottom line is we are overlooking the real reason, the real foundation of all of this to talk about some bullshit. Their marriage has nothing to do with him being her father. Nothing at all. Their marriage didn't work. Great. Being a father did not have to work out. Do what you got to do to be a father. I just gave y'all a real live example of what standing the test of time takes to get your kids and be in your kids' life. If a man wants to be in their child's life, they are going to do it. Period. They make sacrifices, just like mothers do every day. Single mothers make sacrifices every day, B. I remember my aunt, she raised my twin cousins, used to wear her underwear inside out, washing the same underwear every day because she couldn't afford to buy herself things to take care of my cousins. Living in DC on a fixed income, not getting no help from their daddy. People sacrifice every fucking day. So excuse me if I don't give a shit about whether Nell was a fucking side chick 30 years ago. Who gives a shit? They're married now and they have built an empire together. Period. And let me tell you who else shouldn't give a shit. Lexi's mama. Because, girl, you got 3 other children of your own. Why the hell do you give a shit about what this man did or did not do 30 years ago? You have clearly moved on with your life and you got a whole nother husband to speak for it. Silence your daughter. Because she out here having you looking like a clown in Clown Town too. That's exactly what this is, okay? Y'all look dumb as fuck talking about some shit that happened 30 years ago. Unless you want Chris back, then this would make sense. Let's talk about it if you want him back. If you want him back and you like, this bitch stole my man, then go on, come on the show and talk about it, sis. Maybe that'll help the damn ratings. Other than that, miss me with the bullshit. But y'all, that's all I got to say. I told y'all this was going to be short. Y'all gonna like the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. And y'all, let's go and get rid of this story because this ain't no storyline that it's all the way dead. Ain't never gonna be alive. All right, y'all. I ain't got no more. Peace out. I ain't even gonna play the outro.